So you're seeing three distinct kind of trends in the education space that over the past few years. First, in specified sectors which look at in medicine or in engineering, you're seeing a lot of private sector coming in to deliver education. In the same space, you're seeing a lot of niche institutions coming up and focusing on the new era opportunities. Animation, marketing, design, media, hospitality, tourism, retail. So you are now having an alphabet soup of degrees in colleges in that space. The third thing is happening in the education space and the preschool space, where you are seeing a lot of new entities coming up and entering this space, meeting the aspirations of young parents and young children. In the skilling space also, you're seeing a lot of private sector delivery coming up. For example, in the NSDC case itself, we have now 209 partners. 4 years ago, we had 0 partners. So and they've gone from 0 to 209 and from 0 to 5 million. So that's the kind of acceleration that you are seeing in this space. And most interestingly, in the space around the education sector, whether it's assessment or content or delivery, or teaching methodology, or the way they interact in the practical experiments, you're seeing a lot of new initiatives. So the way technology is being used, the speed of learning and the aspiration of children are actually changing, and the way education is delivered to them is also changing. The education sector, if you look at the education sector and in the skill sector, the availability of professional trainers, good teachers, and good administrators, as well as the support system to the education and skill system, is not at extent to which it should be liked at. The primary reason for that is the lack of recognition of their skills and the lack of remuneration, and very importantly is the lack of trust of the private sector education delivery system amongst the whole ecosystem. People believe that private sector is actually shortcutting the delivery of education and delivery of skills, and they need to be controlled and they need to be held responsible, rather than putting a very interesting self-regulatory position in place and then allowing them to expand. So if we increase the trust levels, if the private sector education and skill delivery institutions also recognize the trust that has been put on them and deliver according to standards and quality, then you can transform the whole system. When this government took over, there were disparate initiatives in skill development. I think the first thing that the Prime Minister did was provide his leadership to the skill movement, and then set up a department for skill development, and in November last year actually set up a ministry for skill development under Minister Rudy. So that is sending 3 types of signals across. 1, skill is important right from the top. 2, we want to collaborate and we want to consolidate and expand the skill development efforts on scale, speed and standards. And 3rd is saying we want to empower the young people, is not only about entitlement.